Ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water, welcome to the Alchemy Lab. My name is Lee. I am playing Cassius.
I'm Carl. I'm playing Graccus.
And I'm Matt, and next time you see me, I'm going to have short hair.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Definitely, because I've booked my hairdresser appointment. So my lockdown hair is going to be shorn away.
It's a good feeling, Matt.
I'm looking forward to it.
I know.
I'm looking forward to it. It's only a week away now, so I'm not mad.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. No, nothing about hair will upset me. It's fine. It's completely fine. Don't have to do it myself anymore. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Anyway, last time on the Shattered Lands Streets of Mihre, case number 8, the Quartermaster. Yes, it has a name this time. It has a name really early on. You got news of your friend. Well, you got news of Graccus's friend, Brok Ironeyed, who is apparently at the docks in a hut beneath one of the piers. You went to said pier and found it under the watchful eye of a purple tiefling, who you shooed away.
I shooed the little bitch away.
You did. You shooed him away, but
Exactly.
he did seem rather annoyed. So you may have shooed him away, only for him to bring a few chums back. But we'll see what happens.
That'll be some fun.
Well,
We open at the docks. Graccus. So Graccus, you're going in with Nyx, and you're on Overwatch, Cassius.
yeah, I'm not going to be in the same place as Tiefling. That would be silly. I think I'll be across, maybe a little bit higher if I can find somewhere higher, perhaps.
Higher, you'd have to be off the pier. I think higher, you can probably get to a balcony in like an inn or a brothel on the
That's fine.
docks.
I've got
Yeah.
mine.
All right, very good. Okay, Graccus, you pad down the stone and dirt pathway, heading beneath the pier. The hut is easy to see. It's a moderate size, fairly compact. You see a little windmill and a chimney that is being stoked by a boy outside. It's a dwarf. As you get closer, you see a girl as well, another dwarf, who is sorting through. She's sorting through kind of screws and things like that. She looks up at you. Hello?
Hi there. I'm looking for an old friend.
An old
Brok.
friend?
Brok Ironeyed.
Oh. Father? The door opens, and Brok Ironeyed steps out. You recognize the make a perception check.
15.
Okay, so the eye is polished. His eye patch, it's kind of like bolted on, and it's nicely polished. The bolts are all nicely polished. You notice a couple of things, though. So he seems like all right he seems fine to see you. He squints at you and says, Graccus Fallbreaker.
Been a while, old friend.
It has indeed been a while. It has indeed been a while. Come on in. Come on in. Basically, fix us a pot of Oh, you know what? Fix us a pot of hot orcish brew.
You know me too well, my friend.
I know you very well. He walks in. You noticed that there was something off with his hand, with his right hand. Just a little bit off, but you didn't quite catch it proper. It's as he turned. You saw something off with it.
What happened to your hand, Brok?
Oh, we'll worry about that. Well, I'll tell you. We'll worry about that later. Don't worry yourself about it.
I sort of look around and follow him in.
Okay. Inside the hut, there is a pretty, like, the chimney extends around into sort of a forge type thing. It's a fairly large forge, considering that he seems to only be making like rivets and nuts and bolts and things. But it's a pretty nice forge. He seems to have tuned it up a fair bit. It seems that he's not only making nuts and bolts and things, though, because there's a few contraptions about. He's on the wall. He's got what look like rifle parts. And there is on a desk a very strange contraption. It looks a little bit like a crossbow with legs.
What?
It's got
Yeah, the dude's a tinkerer.
So this thing is made of brass, or it looks almost it's polished to the degree that it looks almost golden, but you're pretty sure it's made of brass. It's got 6 legs and 2 little things on stalks that turn to you as you walk in and follow you across the room. There's also 3 little arms on top with little claws like this. And they're made for... You would get
a self-loading crossbow robot.
Basically, you would guess the arms are for loading, grabbing an arrow, knocking, and pulling the trigger.
Dope.
I see your mind for invention hasn't dulled.
Oh, well, not at all. Not at all. Not quite given this one a name yet. We're bedding him in.
I'm sure he can be very useful for the right people.
Well, the right people are... Well, I don't know who the right people may be. Keeping me, keeping my fingers... keeping my fingers busy, you know.
Oh,
You notice, as he does this, that this finger and this finger on his right hand, and this finger on his left hand, are fake. Like, they are basically like prosthetics. They look, they're also made of brass. And it looks like they can bend a little bit, so he can grip a rifle, let's say.
I'm going to get to the point, Brok.
Always to the point.
I owe you a favor.
Well, yeah, at the very least, you owe me 3 fingers.
Yeah, I know. How did that happen?
Well, there's the musicians up on the pier occasionally.
Yeah.
Their murder. The family weren't best pleased when you disappeared. And they thought that I could tell you where you went, tell them where you went. And of course, I couldn't tell them where you went because I didn't know where you went, but they didn't know that, and they decided to force the issue. But, you know, such is the price, oftentimes, when you're dealing with such people. I heartily suspect this little fella, and he gestures to the robot, who kind of leans over and kind of nuzzles against him a little bit with like the bow arm of the crossbow.
It's a crossbow dog!
I heartily suspect this fella is sort of for them if they ever show up.
Which they might.
Oh,
A colleague of mine noticed the purple tiefling outside. Managed to shoot him away. They're still looking. I didn't expect a family, if I'm being honest, but it doesn't change what I'm going to offer.
Well, do you not think I'm charming enough, Mr. Fallbreaker? Is that...
That's not the problem here, Brok. It's just that I thought a man on the run might not bed down so much, but I guess mentality is different between us. You lost enough of a family when you were young.
My loins are not brass as my fingers, Mr. Fallbreaker.
Understandable.
I am. And, you know, it didn't seem... You know, I've not been quiet. I'll be honest with you, I've not been very quiet. They are no use for a seven-fingered tinkerer, much to their... And they're messing out.
You know, I say, they clearly didn't know how much talent you had. You could do more with 7 fingers than most people can do with 10.
Underestimation is a flaw of all, apparently.
Clearly. Look,
But-
I
Aye.
want to repay the favour.
Oh, how's that?
Protection, for a start. Employment, another one.
Protection and employment.
I'm tired of the Delanos being able to do what they want. I've been running long enough.
Oh, I see. I see.
You know what they made me do, Brok?
I do.
For a very long time, I was their monster. I'm
Right.
done. A friend of mine is outside. He can hear what we're talking about. A talent of his, believe me. He's very good at uncovering secrets.
Well, hello, wherever you may be.
You mute.
Hello, Mr. Ironhide.
Oh, very good.
Like I said, very talented in his own right. Look, we have a stake in the Devilish Archive. The speakeasy that opened just off the docks.
I know of it, aye.
Come as soon as you can and bring your family.
Graccus. I sympathise with your want. And believe me, the Delano family are not a good thing for anyone in this city. But they've not bothered me. And there's 4 people here now, not just me. We're going to have to up sticks. I feel like if we join you in this, we're going to be in more danger than if we stayed out of it.
You don't need to join me in what I'm about to do. I just want to make sure I know where you are. So when then they come, I can keep you safe. You've suffered enough for what I've done before. I don't like owing people favors. Brok, you know that. You helped me get out and you lost 3 fingers for it. I'm happy you found a family. I truly am. But they're still looking.
I've not been quiet. They're not looking for me.
I think they're looking for you, Graccus.
I'm aware of that fact. It's why I hid in Tier 7 for as long as I did. But unfortunately, Cassius, with what we've been doing, my name's been making some noise again.
And now they have found you. Well, Mr. Ironeyed.
Aye.
They know. Nix, can you show yourself, please?
Nix is here.
Mr. Ironeyed, now you have not been quiet, and it's fine, that is your prerogative. Neither have myself or Mr. Foebreaker. But now, the tiefling fellow that I shooed away is going to be, well, chatting away to the Delanos, whoever he may speak to, and he will know that Graccus knows where you are now. That makes you a target again. I'm sorry to dim your doorstep with this news, but that is the situation.
Well, my doorstep is so dimmed, I suppose. The robot automated crossbow loady thing. I think I found you a potential owner, or pair of owners. I can always make more of him. Maybe make one with a cannon. Yeah.
It's right up your alley.
Great big fucking cannon on the back of it. Gonna need more legs. I'm gonna need to plan that one out. In the meantime, this fella, the reason I made the crossbow instead of something that goes bang is that he's a little bit quieter.
Quiet is good.
Aye.
I can't make you come with me, Brok. But I will say this. The Delanos are after me. They've always been after me. We both knew that.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to go to the archive, I won't force you. But if you ever so much as think they are here, if you see a shadow that you don't like, you send note for me.
Aye.
I'm done running from them. They made a monster. They can deal with the monster that they made.
Okay.
And when it's all said and done, the offer for employment still stands. Trust me, my friend and I could use a very skilled tinkerer. And I'm sure there's a lot that you could gain from it as well.
Oh, my good friend Graccus. Just because I'm not moving doesn't mean you're not taking away that offer of employment. And I think you're going to need it.
Yeah. Parting gift before I leave. I unsling the rifle from my shoulder. What do you think? Reward for one of the jobs we did.
Oh, hard-hitting, large caliber, and some corrosive runes down the barrel. Very nice, very nice. A fine reward.
Certainly going to be useful for what I'm about to do.
Aye. What do you reckon? You want to tune up?
I wouldn't say no.
I'll have an examination of it. As he's doing that, Cassius, make a perception check.
Perception for days, son. That is 23, I think. 24.
You spot beneath the pier seems to become some kind of flash of arcane light.
Okay. Look lively, Graccus. Something's happened. Just below the pier.
Brok puts some bolts in the quiver of the robot.
Hang tight.
Oh well.
I'm going to start making a move as well.
Okay. You're about 2 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
Back through the thing, heading down. Yeah. Roll stealth. So I don't imagine you're stomping in.
No. Good stuff. 27.
Okay. Okay. Graccus, what you doing?
I'm going to head outside. Like I said, I'm done running. If they're here, then they can deal with me.
The two children run into the house. Daddy, there's some men outside. I think your Uncle Graccus here will have a word with them. Don't worry about it. Don't make a mess.
I'll do my best. Depends on their attitude, I suppose. At that, I just give a curt nod to the two children and head out of the house. I'm assuming with a little dog bot thing following me.
The dog bot. So, Brok puts him on the floor, and he scurries along with you, but he doesn't go out the main door with you. He goes out through a different, it's kind of like a cat flap a little bit, but it's like a platform that raises up.
Yeah,
a bit more sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Outside, you see 3 characters. You see a halfling. Now, this halfling is wearing a very, very nice purple waistcoat, quite formally dressed, little bow tie. And he's flanked by a pair of ogres. They are also not quite wearing like a suit. They're not like wearing. They've got like purple. It's like kind of like a necktie / kind of collar type thing on them. They are wearing like purple trousers. You recognize this halfling. This is Giorgio. Well, Cassius. Valentine is going to be nearby, I imagine. Graccus, Foebreaker. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has, Giorgio.
Now, what might you be doing down here?
Stop pretending you don't know.
Oh, you're visiting an old friend. That's completely fine. Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
What is it you want, Giorgio?
You know, you left in such a hurry. And, well, we didn't have a chance to say goodbye.
From what I hear, you took that goodbye from Brok.
Mr. Foebreaker, just business.
Business.
Business you're all too familiar with.
You're right, I am. Get out of here, Giorgio.
Or what?
or you might not leave here again.
I take it then that Mr. Valentine is somewhere out of sight.
I'm sure he is, but it wouldn't change my opinion.
At this point, Cassius, you are secreted behind them. You know where they are. And you're overhearing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching you very closely, Graccus.
Good for you.
You know, Mallory Knightley was a really good distributor for the haze. She was really, really good.
I'm sure she was.
And she's, I think you'll agree, very, very pretty. Such a pretty girl.
I don't like where this is going.
And, you know, our neutral purple tiefling friend, very, very upset and the threat given to him. I don't know why you're making threats, Graccus, at all.
Says the man who came here with 2 ogres.
Well, that's just in case you wanted to be unreasonable.
Me unreasonable.
Oh, yeah.
You took the 3 fingers of my friend because I left.
You chopped quite a few people in half.
I have. And not for you this time, or your fucking family.
Well, I guess we'll just have to do this a little more dirty than we wanted to. A little dirtier. Rough 'em up, boys.
I just grab my greatsword and unsling it.
And I think we'll finish there, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water. We're a little under time, but that's a really good place to end it. And if we don't, this will be an hour and a half long.
Yeah. Combat will be a while.
So there's going to be potentially going to be a showdown. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Minds, Matt Waterhouse author. And I'm not on Twitter because...
Twitter. In the immortal words of someone from a galaxy far, far away, it is a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
It is that. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying the content. Always good to have you. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye, lovelies.